Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Apache video auction here for the week of April the 8th. We have just over 1,500 head we're going to sell here in the next little bit. There's 15 lots today, 23 loads altogether. Our first description will be for DNR cattle. This will be contract number 12,172, selling 91 head of steers, 148 to 50,000 pound load of cattle with a base weight of 550. These cattle are located at the ranch 20 miles southwest of Wichita Falls, Texas, approximately 95 miles south of Apache. They're 35% black or black white face, 55% will be red or Charolais colors. 75% of the cattle will show a quarter blood Bramer influence or less, 25% 3/8 or less, and approximately 10 head will have a crest on their neck. All originating from the state of Florida, medium frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 15th through April the 25th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. They'll be loading right off the wheat, tipped or dehorned if necessary, had 2 rounds of Bovashield Gold, Vision 7 with Salmonus, Endovac Beef, and also they've been dewormed with Safeguard. The cattle will gather early. Loading on the buyer's truck hauling approximately 20 miles. Scales depends on them weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. Cattle will be weaned at least 100 days at delivery time, selling with a 25-cent slide, up or down with a 35-pound weight stop on the top side. A nice set of grazers right there. Now, Justin.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
381 $81 to $2 down, $81 $2 down, $1 up here to 2, and $381 to $2 down, $81 to $2, and $81 to $2 down here, webs out down, $81 to $2 up here, 1 to 2, and $381 to $2 down here, down to 1 to 2, and $381 to $82 down, $1 to $81 to $1 to 2, sold cattle to 381. Thank you. Now going to work for Terry McLemore. This will be contract number 12,173, selling 93 head of steers, 148 to 50,000 pound load of cattle with a base weight of 535. The previous lot does not sell. Base weight here, 535, located at the ranch 4 miles northeast of Ringling, Oklahoma, approximately 95 miles southeast of Apache. The cattle are going to be black or black white face with 3 red-hided cattle, 90% an English exotic with 10% showing 1/8 to 1/4 blood Bramer influence or less, all purchased locally to their area. Medium frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 10th through April the 17th. The cattle have been implanted and they will be uneven. Run on wheat pasture, tipped or dehorned if necessary. They've had their shots and also been boosted. These cattle will gather early. Loading on the buyer's truck, hauling approximately 4 miles. Scales depends on them weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. Turned out at least 100 days of delivery time. Check weight on April the 6th. At that time, grossed 530 pounds. The cattle selling with a 25-cent slide, up or down with a 25-pound weight stop on the top side. They do a super good job right there. There's a nice set, Justin.
Yes, sir. Nice cattle. 485.
485 down, money's down, 85 600 down, 486 and 7, and 87 bid it down, 790 down, 89 tear down, 90 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 2 to 3, and 493 down, 13 web is out there, 13 92 to 3, and 492 bid it down, 3 down, 13 2 to bid 3, and $494 down, 40 down, $5 5 down, 7, and 497 bid it down, the web is out of $7 down, D, and 89 down, 500 down, 501 brown down, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 2, and 2 to 3, 13 phone, 1 to the bottom, 505, and 5 up here, 6 here, 7 down, 8 to 9 down, to the bottom, 9, and 9 bid it down, 10 down, $11 down, to the bottom, web is out at 11, and $511 down, 10 bid down, $11 down, to the bottom, 10 bid it down, 11, 12, and $512 down, 11 half down, $12 down, to the bottom, 12 down, 13, and $514 down, 13 bid it down, 14 down, $15 down, 14 half, 15, and $515 down, 15, $15 down, 15 half here down, 15 down, 16, and $516 down, 16 half down, $17 down, 70 down, 16 half, 17 half, and $518 biddy down, dollar down, D10, Web is out of D10, 17 half, asking 18, and $518 biddy down, you out in the hall, sir, 18 half, and $518 half here down, D10 half down, 19, and $519 biddy down, 90 out in the clay, 19 half, and $519 half down, 20. And $520 biddy down, $20 down, 19, 10, 20 to 20 half, and $520 half down, one to the bottom, one to the bottom, one to the bottom, one to the bottom, 521 1 half, and 21 1.5 here down, one up here now, 1.5, 521 webs out, 1.5. And $521 biddy down, one hand down, $2 down, woman and a 2.5, and 2.5 here down, 522.5, down 3, and $23 down, 2 and a hand, 3, 3.5, and $524 down, 4 hand down, 4.5, 5, and $525 biddy down, 5 hand down, 5 down, 5.5, and $525. 5 hand down, 5 up here now, 5 to 5.5, $6 down, half, and $26 down, 6 half here down, 6 hand, yeah, sir, down, $6 down here down, half. Total to you, 526 on the web. Thank you, Dave. Now we're going to work for the Perkins Ranch. This will be contract number 12,174. Selling 105 head of steers, 2 48 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 830. Located at the ranch, Nona, Texas, approximately 250 miles southeast of Apache. The previous lot will sell. These cattle are going to be black or black-white face with 5 lighter colored cattle and one red-hided. They're out of Angus-based cows and sired by 44 Farms bulls and R.A. Brown bulls, all home raised. Medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date April the 13th through April the 18th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. Run on native grass pasture and being supplemented with commodity 3 times weekly. The cattle have been tipped or dehorned if necessary, have had 2 rounds of shots and also been dewormed. They will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling approximately 35 miles, scales to fence, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. There will be up to a $350 freight adjustment. Steers all knife cut and turned out since back in October. They'll sell with a 12-cent slide or a 14-cent slide with a 50-pound weight stop on the top side. Base weight 830 right here, all home raised, and I have an outstanding set of bulls.
Yes, sir. 360.
$361 one bid downside on the money one and $361 down $2 down 30 63 and 2 bid it down $3 down 30 $4 down 64 and 63 bid it down $4 down 4 down 3 bid 4 and 363. No sir, I'm on the web. Got to be 4 and 3 bid it down 3.5. Now $4 down 5 Wild Darcy down $4 3.5 to 4 and 363.5. Webs out now 4 bid it down 4 4.5 and 64 to pin a half down 4 bid 4.5 5 and 365 bid beer down 5 to 5.5 down 5 to 5.5 and 65 bid now 5.5 now $6 down 5.5 and $366 now hand bid down $0.5 down 6 and $7 down 7 half and 67 7.5 here down 7 bid it down 7 bid down 7 down to the dollar and 7 half 8.5 here down 68 a bid and 8.5 and 368 bid 8.5 now $9 down 9 and $69 down 9 down 10 down 9 down half and 70 down $70 down a half here down 370 half and 70 bid it down $0.5 down 70 hand bid down $371 $1 hand down one, and 71 up here now, half. I'm in the hall now, one, and one hand now, 71 one half here down, one up here now, one hand now, two, and 372, bid it down, woman hand now, woman hand now, two, sold to you 371 and a half. Turning the page. There we go. Got it done. Now we're going to work for land and scales. This will be contact number 12,175, selling 116 head of steers, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 825, located at the ranch right there in Eckley, Oklahoma, approximately 40 miles north of Apache. The cattle are 85% black-hided, 15% will be red or Charlotte colors, 60% of the cattle will be an English exotic, with 30% showing 1/8 or less, 10%, 1/4 blood bramer influence or less, all purchased locally to their area. Medium to large frame, medium flesh, delivered, previous lot will sell. The delivery date here will be April the 10th through April the 14th. They have been implanted and they will be uneven. Run on wheat pasture, tipped or dehorned if necessary. 2 complete rounds of vaccinations. The cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling to the local scales, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. The cattle will sell with a 12 or a 14-cent slide with a 50-pound weight stomp on the top side. Nice lads right there.
Yes, sir. Nice cattle. 2 loads, 360.
$361 bid it down, $2 down, 61 bid it down, 2 and $2 down, $3 down, 363 2 bid 3 and 363. Now $4 down, 4 4.5 and 64 4 down, $4 down, $5 5 half and 365 bid it down, 5 and a half hand down, 5 down, 5 and a half down, 365 and a half down, 6 and 6 half and $66 down, half a dollar down, 6 and 7 bid it down, 7 and 6 and bid it down, $67 now, webs out now 7 and 6 and bid it down, 7 and 6 and bid it down, 7 bid down, 6 and down 7, sold the cattle to you at 366 and a half. Now we're going to work for Jeff Edgman. This will be contract number 12,176, selling 120 head of steers, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 825. 825. Located right there at Walters, Oklahoma, approximately 50 miles south of Apache. They're 70% black-hided, 15% Charlotte colors, 15% red-hided, 65% are an English exotic, with 35% showing 1/8 blood bramer influence or less. All purchased locally to their area. Medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date April the 14th or April the 15th. No implants in the cattle will be uneven. Run on short wheat pasture. Previous lot will not sell. They've been tipped or dehorned if necessary. Had 2 complete rounds of vaccinations. The cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling to local scales, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. These cattle will be gathered 7 days prior to delivery and then supplemented with TWR mix, pardon me. They'll sell with a 12-cent slide with a 35-pound weight stomp on the top side.
Yes, sir. Nice cattle.
355
355.
down, 5 here down, $6 down, 55 bid it down, 7 and 357 down, 6 here down, 7 bid it down, 7 and 368 9 and $359 yeah, Darcy and $9 $60 down, 360 and 9 bid it now, $60 well, Dave now, 60 now, $61 now you're out, Darcy, and 361 bid it down, 361 now 2 and 1 up here now $2 down, web is out at 2, 61 asking 2 and 61 bid it down 2 two down, $3 down, $3 down, $2 down, $3 and 2 bid it down, 3 down, no sir, I'm on the web, and 363 down, 2 and 3 4 and 364 down, 5 on the bottom, thank you down, 4 on the bottom, 3 bid it down, 4 and 364 down, 5 on the bottom, 3 bid 4, sold to you 363. All right, now we're going to work for Braden Turner. This will be contract number 12,177. Previous lot will sell. We're selling 118 head of steers in this lot, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 850. Located at the ranch right there at Walters, Oklahoma, approximately 50 miles south of Apache. They're 85% black or black white face, 10% Charlotte colors, 5% red hided, 70% will be in English exotic with 30% showing 1/8 or less. These cattle all purchased locally to their area, medium to large frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 14th or April the 15th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. Run on wheat pasture, been tipped or dehorned if necessary, had 2 complete rounds of vaccinations. These cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling to local scales, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. These cattle will be gathered 7 days prior to delivery and supplemented with TWR mix, selling with a 12-cent slide with a 35-pound weight stop right there on the top side. And $351 $2 down, 1 up in the 2 down, 3 down, $4 down, 3 down in the 4, and $355 4 bid it down, 55 and 54 bid it down, $5 4 bid it down, 5 and 54 down, $55 no, you're out, 54, 4.5. And 354 bid it down, 4 down, $0.50 down, from the bottom, 4 to bid 4.5, and $354 down, half, Weber's out down, 4 down, 4.5, and 54 bid, 4.5 down, $5 down, 5 under the bottom, 4.5, and 355 up here in the 5, then down, from the bottom, 4.5, bid it down, 55, and 4.5 down, here, $5, let's call down, 55 to the bottom, 4.5, sold the cattle to you, 354.5. All right, now we're going to work for Ray Hutchison. It'll be contract number 12,100. Previous lot will sell 12,178 here, selling 60 head of steers, 148 to 50,000 pound load of cattle with a base weight of 850. Located at the ranch right there at Paris, Texas, approximately 245 miles southeast of Apache. The cattle are going to be a Charolais and 5 red-hided, 5 black or black-white face. All of the cattle will be 1/8 blood brammer influence or less, with the exception of 2 to 3 showing a quarter. 25% are home raised, 75% purchased off local ranches, medium to large frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 13th through April the 17th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. Run on native grass pasture and being supplemented with commodity feed 4 times weekly. They've been tipped or dehorned if necessary. Have had 2 rounds of vaccinations and also been dewormed. These cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling approximately 15-mile scales to pens, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. Turned out since last September. They'll be selling with a 12 or a 14-cent slide with a 50-pound weight stop on the top side. Got a good film on them too, Ray. 345 down, on the money down, 45 to the money, 600 down, 5 bid it down, 7, and $347 bid it down, D Donner down, D, that gotta be 8, Darcy, and 47 here down, D Donner, Webb is out down, 40 under the money, D Donner, and $49 under the money, round, Darcy down, D 950, and $350 down, under the money, $51. 50, 51 to 2, and 1 to the bottom, $2 down, 1 up here in the 2, down, $53 down, 30, gotta be $3 down, he's out, 3, 4, and $54 under the bottom, 5, 55, and $54 down here, down 5, Webb is out, down $55 under the bottom, 4 here, half, now 5, and $55 under the bottom, 4 to hand down, 55, yeah, 5 down, 55 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 4 and the 5, and 354 and a half. Webs out now, 5 here down, 5 to 10, 55 dollar, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 4 and the 5, and 354 and a half. 5 and a half, and 55. You out, Dave now, 5 had now, 55 and a half. 5 and a half is $6, and 55 and a half here down, 600, 6 half, and 356 and a half here down, $6 bid it down, half, $5 now, 7, and $57 bid it down, Web is out at $7, down to a half, asking 7, and $357 bid it down, 7 half, and sub up here down 7 half, down, down, D dollar down, 7 7 half, Webs out 8, and $58 bid it down, D down, 8 and a half, and 358 down, D down, D down, D down, and 358 and a half, $9 down to the bottom, Web is out at $9 down to the bottom, D and a half, 9, and 358 down, $9, Webs out now, down to the bottom, D and a half, 9. Sold the cattle to you, 358 and a half. The cattle will sell. All right, now we're going to work for CNC Grazing. This will be contract number 12,179. We're selling 118 head of steers in this lot, 248 to 50,000 pound loads cattle with a base weight of 875, located at Bennington, Oklahoma, approximately 195 miles southeast of Apache. The cattle are 70% black or black white face, 20% Charlotte cutters, 10% are red or red white face, mostly 1/8 bloods, with 3 to 4 showing a quarter blood Bremer influence. The cattle purchased locally to their area, medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date April the 13th through April the 17th. They have been implanted and they will be uneven. Run on native grass pasture, and they're being fed, supplemented with 1% of their body weight and commodity feed, as well as free choice mineral. Cattle will be tipped or dehorned if necessary, had 2 rounds of shots, and also been dewormed. They will gather early, weighing with a 3% shrink on the ground, sorting out of 141 head, purchased when they're back weighing 400 pounds. The cattle will sell with a 12 or a 14 slide with a 50-pound weight stop on the top side. So they're long time yearlings, long time wean, handled right. 345 down, 45 bid it down, money's on 7, and 48 down, $50 down, 49, 50, 51, and $52 Webs out, $1 down, $2 down, 352 down, 1 up in a 2, and $51 bid it down, $2 down, 2, now 3. And 353 2 here now, $3 down, 53, and now $4 down, 3.5, and 353 3.5, then $4 down, 3.5 to 4, and 3 down, $4 bid it down, Webs out 4.5, and 354 4 down, 4 down 5, and 55 bid it down, 4.5, asking $5, 55, and 5.5 here down, 55, 5.5 bid down, 5 bid 5 half, and $355 now, $0.5 down, 5.5 half now, $6, and 5.5, asking 6 up here, 5 half, $6 now, 6 half, and 356 and a half down, 6 here, 6 down, $0.5 down, 6 half, and 350 chicken a half down, $0.5 down, well down here down, 6 half, and $356 bid it down, half, $0.5 down, Webs out down, a half, sold the cattle to you, $356. All right, now we're going to work with one of my good friends, Chad Imhoff. This will be contract number 12,180, selling 50 head of steers, 148 to 50,000 pound loaded cattle with a base weight of 990. Located at the ranch right there at Prague, Oklahoma, approximately 143 miles northeast of Apache. They're 100% black-hided, 100% English. They're home-raised out of Angus cows and sired by Angus bulls. Medium to large frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 10th, single day delivery. No implants, and the cattle will be slightly uneven. run on wheat pasture and being supplemented with previous lot will sell, being supplemented with 7.5 pounds of grain daily. They've been tipped or dehorned if necessary. They've had 2 rounds of Pyramid 5 pre-sponse, Ultraback 7, and also deworm, with long range. Cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer truck, hauling approximately 5-mile scale spins, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. These cattle have been check weighed back on April the 7th and grossed 1,000 even at that time. They'll sell with a 12-cent slide, starting there at the base weight with a 35-pound weight stop on the top side. Some genetics behind it right here, Justin. 322, bid it down, $3 down, 2 down, tier down, $3 to $4 down, 20 fun to the bottom, fun to the bottom, fun to the bottom, 4 or 5, and 325, bid it down, $6 down, 5 up here, 7 6 down, tier 7, and 28, 8 D bid 9, and 329, down, D and a half, and D down. Down $9 down to the $9 down half and 29 bid it down to half here. I'm 29 9 to half now 30 and $330 down 30 down 30 and a half here down 30 bid it down half down 30 50 and 330 half down $1 1 to the bottom 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 1 half down 31 to the bottom 1 half and 330 1 half bid it down $2 down woman and a and woman half yard like $2 bid it down webs out now to and 331 and a half bid it down $2 down woman and a 2 total cattle to 331 and a half right there in the hall. All right, now we're going to work for Tommy Barron. This will be contract number 12,181. Previous lot will sell. Selling 93 head of heifers, 148 to 50,000 pound load of cattle with a base weight of 535. Located at the ranch right there 20 miles southwest of Wichita Falls, Texas, approximately 95 miles south of Apache. These cattle will be 35% black or black white face, 45% red-hided, 20% Charolais colors, 75% of the cattle showing 1/4 blood bramer influence or less, 25% 1/8 or less, and 10 will have a crested neck. All originating from the state of Florida. Medium frame, medium flesh. Delivery date April the 9th through April the 16th. No implants, and the cattle will be uneven. These cattle will be gathered off wheat on were gathered off wheat on March the 23rd, and at this time they're getting 14 pounds of grower ration and hay. Tipped or dehorned if necessary. They've had 2 rounds of Bovishield Gold. Also had the Vision 7 with Sominus, Indivac beef, and dewormer Safeguard. Cattle will gather early, drive to the pens, and then weigh with a 2% shrink on the ground. Cattle will be check weighed back on April the 6th, and at that time gross 530. Heifers will be guaranteed open. They'll sell with a 25-cent slide, up or down, with a 35-pound weight stop on the top side. 355 down, 5 here down, $6 down, 55 bid it down, 5 $6, and 355 bid it down, $6 down, 5 bid down, 6 here down, 5 $6, and 355 bid it down, $6 down. I'm on the money. 55 down here now, $6 bid it down, 7 and 57 down, 6 here down, $7 now, $57 bid it now, 7 and $357 bid it now, 7 not 8 and 50 he $9 out on the web 59 and 9 now $60 down 360 and 59 bid it now 60 now $1 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to 2 and 62 down here down 1 up here in a 2 $61 down $2 down 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to 2 sold them to you 361 on the web. Thank you, Clayton. All right, now going back to work for Jeff Edgman. This will be contract number 12,182, selling 100. Previous lot will not sell. 12,182, selling 135 head of heifers, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 750. These cattle located at the ranch right there, Walters, Oklahoma, approximately 50 miles south of Apache. They're 80% black-hided, 15% red-hided, 5% Charolais cutter, 75% an English exotic, with 25% showing 1/8 blood bramer influence or less. All purchased locally right there to their area, medium flesh, medium to large frame, medium flesh, delivery date April the 14th or April the 15th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. Run on short wheat pasture, have been tipped or dehorned if necessary. Have had 2 complete rounds of vaccinations. These cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling to local scales, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. These cattle will gather 7 days prior to delivery, and they'll be supplemented with TWR mix at that time, and the heifers will be guaranteed open. Selling with a 12-cent slide with a 35-pound weight stop on the top side. And like always, all of our heifers here on the Apache video will be guaranteed open. 335 down, money's on up here in the $6 and $7 down, $37 down, $D down, $D and $39 down, no sir, I'm on the web, 9, now 40, we're out on the web now, 40, and $340 down, 41 down, $2, asking 2 to the web, now 3, and 43, down, 4 and 44. Darcy now $4. 43 asking 44 and 3 bid now $4 out. Darcy now $45 now. Thank you, Clayton. Gotcha. And 44 down $5. 4 bid now 5 here now $6 down. Wide Clayton 6 and 7 and 347. Wow, Darcy and $6 bid it down $7 down here down 47 47 and 346 and 7 now D 8 and 49 $50 now 50 to 50 down 49 bid 50 and 349 yeah Clayton now $50 down here down 50 and $349 bid it down $50 down 9 up here to 9 down 50 now 1 and $51 thought you're gone now $50 51 round Dave now 51 and 350 bid it down $1 350 51 and $50 half happy Dave now 350 and a half down 50 and $350 bid it down half here down half $1 down 350 half. Sold a cattle to you, $350. Thank you, Clayton. All right, now we're going to work for the Blackburn Ranch. This will be contract number 12,183. Selling 128 head of heifers, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 775. These cattle are located at the ranch right there, Paris, Texas, approximately 245 miles southeast of Apache. They're 75% black-hided. Previous slot will sell 75% black-hided, 15% red-hided, 10% light colors, mostly 1/8 blood bremer influence, with 4 or 5 showing a quarter blood influence. All purchased locally to their area. Medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date April the 13th through April the 17th. No implants and the cattle will be uneven. Run on native grass pasture, supplemented with 8 pounds of commodity feed daily. Tipped or dehorned if necessary. The cattle have had 2 rounds of vaccinations and also been dewormed. They will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling to local scales, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. Turned out at least 160 days at delivery time. The heifers will be guaranteed open. They will sell with a 12-cent slide with a 25-pound weight stop on the top side. Good set of big girls right here. Guaranteed open. 325 bid it down, $6 down, 5 bid down, $7 down, 6 here down, 27 down, and $28 down, 7 here deep now, $9 down, $30 Darcy down, 20 down, 30, 31, and $32 $1 $2 down, 3 and $33 bid it down, 2 here down, $3 now, I'm on the web, yeah. And 32 now, 3 down, now $4 down, 5 wow, Darcy 4 down, 5 and 335. Clayton now, 4 down, $5, $6 down, 5 bid now, $6 and $336 bid down, wow, Darcy now, $6 down, 5 here now, $6 and $335 bid down, $6 down, 5 up here down, 30. $335 down, $6 and 336 and down 7. Clayton down, $600 bid down 7 and $337 now 6 half. Clayton down 60 down 6 half and 336 and a half now 7. Darcy down 7 bid it down out Bride down 7 and 36 and down $37 bid it down 7 half and 337 here down 7 half down 7 half. Well, Clayton down 7 and a half and $337 bid it down half a dollar down 7 tier 7 half down 337 7 half. Sold the cattle to you 337. Thank you, Darcy. All right, turning the page. Now we're going to work for Robert and Malcolm Lacey. Contract number 12,184, selling 66 head of heifers, 148 to 50,000 pound load of cattle with a base weight of 750. Cattle located right there at the ranch are 5 miles west of Sherman, Texas, Grayson County, approximately 183 miles southeast of Apache. They're 60% black or black whiteface. Bounce going to be red or Charlotte colors. 85% an English exotic, with 15% showing 1/8 to 1/4 blood Bremer influence or less. All originating out of eastern Texas. Medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date May the 1st to May the 9th. The cattle have been implanted and they will be uneven. Run on wheat pasture. They've been tipped or dehorned. The previous lot will sell. Tipped or dehorned if necessary. They've had 2 complete rounds of vaccinations. These cattle will gather early, drive to the pens, and then weigh with a 2% shrink on the ground. Turned out 90 days or longer at delivery time. No off colors will load. Sorting out of 84 total head, the heifers will be guaranteed open. They'll be selling with a 12 or a 14-cent slide with a 50-pound weight stop on the top side, and once again, they'll be guaranteed open. 325 down, 5 here down, $6 and $7 down, 27 down, 7 and $28 bid down, 8 down, $9 330 down, time bid down 30 and $331 Ratner Clayton down 30 1 to 2 and $31 $2 down, got you Darcy 32 asking 33 Clayton and 32 bid it down $3 down now we're out Darcy and $34 down 3 bid it down $4 down 5 Clayton down 30 5 down $6 and 335 bid down 6 up here down 7 down 7 and 6 here down 7 Clayton down 37 down 7 not 8 and 338 Brown down, Clayton down, 8 to 9, and $339 bid it down, $40 down, 40 down, 41, and $341 $2 down, yeah, Darcy now, 1 up here in the 2, $342 to you, Darcy, and 41 bid it down, $2 down, 2 down, 41 $2 down, $1 2. Sold the cattle to you at $341. Thank you, Clayton. All right, now going to contract number 12,185, consigned by Hunter Cure. Selling 119 head of heifers, 248 to 50,000 pound loads of cattle with a base weight of 840. Located at the ranch. Previous lot will sell. Located at the ranch 9 miles east of Vernon, Texas, approximately 98 miles southwest of Apache. The cattle 100% black-hided, 100% English, all purchased locally to their area, medium frame, medium flesh, delivery date May the 15th through June the 1st. The cattle have been implanted and they will be uneven. Run on wheat pasture, tipped or dehorned if necessary, have had all their shots and also been boosted. These cattle will gather early, loading on the buyer's truck, hauling approximately 9 miles, scales to pens, and then weighing with a 2% shrink on the truck. They've been turned out for 150 days or longer. Heifers will be guaranteed open. They'll be selling with a 12 or a 14-cent slide with a 50-pound weight stop on the top side. Hunter Cure now handles a good one. $315 bid it down, $16 on the money down, 17 down here down, 16 bid, 17 down, 18 and 300 10 web sound 17 D10 $19 gonna be 19 Darcy down D10 19 20 and $320 down 20 not 20 21 to the bottom 2 and 21 to the bottom $2 bid it down 21 to the bottom 2 not $3 down 30 3 and 22 bid it down 3 webs out down 3 down 4 and $24 bid it down 25 on 4 bid asking 5 down $6 and 25 $6 down 5 up here 7 and 27 that better down 6 here down 7 Clayton down 27 that better down D and 328 that better down 7 half down D and $328 bid it down D down $8 $9 down to the bottom gotta be 9 and $8 $9 down to the bottom well Clayton down $9 down to the bottom down to the bottom down to the bottom down to the bottom D down 9 half and 29 down hand Greg now 9 up here $9 $30 down 30 now 30 now 30 30 and a half and 330 bid it down half $5 down 330 down to your hand down 1 and 31 to the bottom 1 hand down 31 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 half both down guys 1 hand 2 half and $32 down 2 and a hand down $3 bid it down $33 down 3 and a half then down 3 to and a half and $4 down 5 on to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 3 and a half to 4 and a half and 334 4 down $5 on to the bottom 5 on to the bottom 30 on to the bottom 5 half and 335 and a half on the web now $6 down 6 half and $36 bid it down 6 and a half here down 6 hand down 6 hand $7 better down 7 gotta be 7 think it down 7 and a half and 337 7 hand down D better down D darling and a half and 338 hand down D tier D down $9 down to the bottom down to the bottom down to the bottom D hand 9 and 339 the web is down sir down $9 down to the bottom 9 half and 39 up here to 9 hand down to the bottom now $40 down 40 down web is out at $40 down 40 and 339 and a half I'm here now 40 now half down 40 50 and 340 and a half yeah Clay down half a dollar down 40 bid down 40 half and $340 down a hand bid it down half up here now half a fan down 40 half and $341 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom using correct now $1 1 to the bottom 1 to the bottom 340 in the hall 40 and a half asking 41 to the web and 40 51 1 and a half and 41 1 hand $2 1 to the bottom 1 hand down $2 down woman hand $2 and $42 now 1 hand 2 hand 342 2 and a half and 2 to be and a half down 40 down to the bottom 2 hand down 42 you're out folks down 42 and a half and 342 2 and a half then down to the bottom 42 and a half sold the cattle to you 342 on the web thank you Greg. Okay, our final lot today consigned by Michael and Sons Ranch. Previous lot will sell. Contract number 12,186, selling 112 total head. We believe that they're going to be approximately 45% steers and approximately 55% heifers. 148 to 50,000 pound loaded cattle with a base weight of 565 on the steers, 535 on the heifers. They're located over at Paris, Texas, approximately 245 miles southeast of Apache. They're 75% Charolais colors, 25% black or black white face. They're out of Angus or Tiger Stripe cows, inside by Charolais or Angus bulls. All home raised, medium to large frame, medium flesh. Delivery date July the 1st through July the 15th. They have been implanted and they will be uneven. These cows are run on native grass pasture and their mothers, tipped or dehorned if necessary. They've had 2 rounds of vaccinations while on the cow and they have been dewormed. They'll pin early, sort, haul 5 miles, weigh with a 2% shrink on the ground. These cattle will all have 1/8 blood bramer influence or less, with a few showing 1/4 blood. So they're primarily 1/8 or less, with a few showing quarter blood traits. The heifers will sell $35 back from the steers. We'll sell them with a 25-cent slide, up or down, with a 35-pound weight stop. Selling the steers, discounting the heifers, $35 coming straight off their mothers. $415 down, money's on 17, 18, 19 down, 420, 21 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 21, and 2 down, 3 down, 22 down, $34 down, 25 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 7, and 427, $9 down, $30 down, 31 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 2 to 3, and down, 4 down, $45, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 45, and 44 to 5 down, 7 down, 49, and 300, $449 down to the bottom, 50, $51, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 452, and 2 down, 3 down, 3 to bed down, 30, 3's on the web now, $54, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 54, and 55 here now, round Darcy now, $5, 1 to the bottom, 55, and $6 down, $7 down, $6 here down, 57, and $457 bid now. Web is out, 457. Thank you, Darcy down, 58, and 7 here down, $9, $9 down to the bottom, $459 down to the bottom, 60, and 460, $61, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom. Web is out, 61, and 461 down, 2 down, $3 down, 30, 30, Web is out at 3, and $463 bid now, $4 down, 5 here down, $65, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 65, $6, and $466 down, 7, and $6 bid now, 7, Web's out now, 7, and 7 down, $9 down to the bottom, $70 down, 470, and $470 down to the bottom, $71, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, $2 down, 1 bid down, 2, and $472 down, 2 bid down, $3 down, 34, and $74, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 3 to bid now, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the bottom, 74, and $474 bid down, 4 down, here down, 3 to 4. Sold the cattle to you, 473 on the web. Thank you, Darcy. Pleasure to work with you. Want to thank everybody, buyers and sellers alike. Want to remind everybody about our upcoming special cow sale right here at Apache, Oklahoma, and that's going to be on April the 25th. Come by, eat lunch with us, stay for the sale. We'd love to have you. Thank you, and have a great day.